Hello. So the last 3 days, the last 3 or 4 days have been kind of crazy, physically for me, and emotionally and mentally too, I guess. But so, um, so this morning I realized as I was sitting there in bed thinking when I woke up, it dawned on me that for all intents and purposes, I have become a vegetarian. Um, Even leaning towards vegan. Um, and I did not set out to be vegan or vegetarian or anything. Um, I've eaten meat, red meat, like almost every day for like almost 50 years, and I had no problem with that whatsoever. Um, you know, I like food, period. I like all food. I've tried all foods, and so I just like food. However, about 3 to 6 months ago, I started getting, well, I guess what I'm going to call impressions on my mind to start incorporating different foods into my diet. I wasn't guided so much to get rid of certain foods as I was guided to replace those foods with something else. So literally in the span of 3 or 4 months, seemingly by accident, I have stopped eating red meat, cheese, butter, ice cream, and I just eat veggies and, carbs and proteins that are not red meat. I haven't gone fully vegan because I have eaten fish here and there. I don't like to eat eggs anymore even. I mean, I really, like, who am I? I really don't understand what's going on because this is so not, it's just not me, the historical me anyway. So I like all these foods. Okay, it's not that I don't like them because I totally like these foods, but like I say, something was just sort of impressing upon me to make these changes. And what would happen was I would somehow wind up on like Amazon or different websites or even people's videos, and I wound up seeing some kind of food, and then I would go to Amazon to see if I could find it, and then I would buy it. For instance, there's these goji berry and cacao bites with chia seeds in them, and it was impressed upon me to buy them. So I bought a couple of big bags of these, and then some other things, and I can leave all these things in the description box below, but it was very almost systematic. These are the things that I am now going to eat. And I bought them all, and I went to Sprouts for some of them, my local Sprouts, and on some of them I ordered from Amazon. And what I didn't realize it at the time, but all the foods that I was bringing into my home, all the new foods I was ordering were vegan foods. I didn't know that until like weeks later when I actually looked at the food that I was eating. And every single one of them, vegan. So, and this was a very slow process. Like I say, this has been going on between 3 and 6 months. So it wasn't really even noticeable to me until, You know, yesterday I woke up and I went, you know, when was the last time I ate meat? When was the last time I ate anything that was of an animal product? I mean, and it just kind of, and I went, well, surely I've eaten meat in the last, and I couldn't think of it because I hadn't eaten anything like that. So that's pretty amazing. That's probably one of that, and the fact that I've increased my exercise is probably the reason why I've lost over 40 pounds in a few months. And then also, as the video that I made yesterday explained, I was also impressed upon to stop smoking weed. And it didn't say stop smoking it forever, but it was very definitely stop smoking weed. Because there's something you need to look at. And I just got this feeling like I was being sort of stripped down to my most bare self. And I'm having all these wild experiences, visions. I don't even know what to call them, really. I don't know even if they're visions, really. They seem just like my imagination, but they're more than that. I was worried about myself. So I made an appointment with my psychologist, and I just got back from seeing her today. And that's why I'm making this video, because everything except one thing that I brought up to her today, she actually validated for me. So, you know, and the other thing, as I said in my video yesterday, I had also planned on, with my doctor, on quitting my meds that I take. I take 5 or 6 different medications. Some for my legs, some for arthritis, some for sleep, some for anxiety, and some antidepressants. And when I talked to my doctor about that today, I talked to my psychiatrist, is actually the one who brought it up last week, which kind of blew me away because I didn't bring it up. He brought it up, which was so odd to me. And it turns out he has this whole practice, holistic practice, where he has success with patients on holistic, getting off their antidepressants, basically. He has patients on antidepressants, but he also has patients not on antidepressants. So I told him, my doctor, when I talked to him about this last week, I told him, oh, I would like to do this, and that I had actually been thinking about it, but that I needed to talk to my primary care physician and my psychologist about it to see what their thoughts were. So I was surprised when my psychologist today said yes. There was literally no concerns there. We made a plan, and so I feel pretty good about saying that I'm going to be getting off my antidepressants, my anti-anxiety meds, my sleeping medication, my anti-inflammation medication, and my stomach medication. So along with the quitting drinking and the quitting smoking and the quitting smoking weed and the quitting meat, I'm also going to be quitting my medication with my doctors, under a doctor's care. I wouldn't suggest doing this without a doctor's care, just because there's so many medications that I'm trying to quit at one time. So I was very happy about that visit with my doctor, and I began to tell my doctor the different things that I've been going through lately, the sickness that I've had, this sort of almost purging kind of thing with this constant sweating and this overheating, like I'm on fire. And, you know, instead of coming at me with some medical reasons, she talked to me about some metaphysical reasons. And there were some things that she said that validated my own, you know, I was guessing certain things were happening, but I wasn't sure. And she just validated a bunch of those things for me today. So that was an amazing visit as well. So I'm still sick. My body is purging a lot of stuff, a lot of emotions, a lot of childhood issues. And I'm not smoking weed to try to cover it. I'm just letting all of that, you know, whatever abuse I may have suffered in the past or trauma, I'm just sort of stopping masking it and stop putting a Band-Aid on it. And I'm actually letting it come to the surface, feeling it, wallowing in it, and dealing with it and working through it. And it's very intense work, very intense. And there's been multiple times in the past 3 or 4 days where I didn't think I was going to make it. But of course I did. So my husband's been great. My friends have been great. My doctors have been great. So I'm feeling pretty good about doing this sometime soon. I'm feeling really good about things. And so I just wanted to make that video just to talk about all of these things that I'm being impressed upon to do over a span of time. I'm just getting rid of all these things that I guess have always been sort of part of me, but sort of buried inside somehow. So I'm hoping that the sickness that I have, the flu or whatever this is, will go away soon. I'm feeling a little bit better with my cold, but like I say, I'm still experiencing these incredible, I don't even know what to call them, heat waves of heat, like, and they're not like hot flashes or even having a fever. We've taken my temperature numerous times and it's normal. Yet I'm burning up and sweating like Nixon. Sweat is just constantly pouring off me, especially the first 2 nights ago. I mean, literally, I just sweat all night long and didn't sleep. I was miserable. So myself and my doctors, my loved ones, my friends are all under the impression now that I'm going through some sort of purging all these toxins and lower vibrational things from my body. And not just my body, but my mind and my emotions and my soul as well. And I get the feeling that everybody who is going to be ascending with these new energies and everybody who is a light worker, I have a feeling, are going to go through these things in their own individual way. And so if you're having any experiences that are concerning to you or that are making you uncomfortable, list them down below if you don't mind. I'd love to hear about it. And I think that I'm hoping that this video will help others if you're going through these things, to hopefully reassure you that you're not going crazy. You're not crazy. These things are happening for a reason in their own time. And it's all good. So, so that's about it. And I'm having a pretty good day. And I hope you guys are having a good day too. Tomorrow is the 20th, tomorrow at 4 p.m. my time is the beginning of the spring equinox, which many people say is the beginning time of the opening portal to the new earth, or the 5-dimensional energies. And so I stopped wondering if what I was going through had anything to do with what's going on tomorrow and this next couple of weeks, because now I know that it does have something to do with it. So I hope you're having a good day, and I hope that you're able to transition in the smoothest possible way, in the gentlest possible way. And thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon on the next video. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.